Hey everybody, coming at you with the last content bubble intro of the year to set you up to understand Reconstruction these last couple of weeks of school. Our target today, I can decide how the South should be treated after the Civil War. So we're going to set you up with where we are in history and then think about how the South should have been treated. Remember that throughout the year we've looked at four basic units: invasion, what drives change; division, what's worth fighting for; confrontation, do the ends justify the means; and finally creation, how do we respond to adversity. Looking at a chronological timeline for this course, we would have begun with colonization and what brought people to North America in the 1600s. Next would have been the road to the Revolution, so what made the colonists upset with the British. Next, the Revolutionary War and that conflict for independence. After that, the American government. How did we form a government as an independent nation? Next, we would have looked at westward expansion and how the country grew in the early 1800s and headed west. Then sectionalism and how that westward expansion led to tension between the North and the South over the issue of slavery. That eventually turned into the Civil War, the war between the North and the South, and we'd finish the year with Reconstruction. We'll still finish the year with Reconstruction, but remember that in this course we're looking at similarities between different time periods. So how are these two versions of invasion similar to each other? What is division like in history, and how does that lead to confrontation? How are those confrontations similar to one another? And then finally, this creation, building and rebuilding a government that functions well. In our plot diagram, we're in the final stage now. We've seen how conflicts arise and then resolve a couple of times through history, and we're going to conclude that this year with Reconstruction. If we think back kind of historically where we've been, the first half of the creation unit was all about the American government and how it was formed in the late 1700s and early 1800s, from the Articles of Confederation, which failed, all the way through the Constitution and the forming of the Bill of Rights. Now what we're going to look at is this time period from 1865 to 1877, which is Reconstruction. So after the Civil War, when that war over slavery between the North and the South was concluded, how did we rebuild that government and bring the country back together? How do you reunify a nation that has been split apart and has fought a brutal and bloody civil war against one another for 4 straight years? So that's what we're going to tackle to end this year. Hope this sets us up well to finish the year strong with Reconstruction. Thanks for watching.